Now, breaking news from RTV6.
And now at 5:30, central Indiana blanketed under a thick layer of fog this morning. We have just learned Hamilton Southeastern schools will be on a 2-hour delay this morning. The fog has already caused some major problems on the roads.
Indiana State Police say the foggy conditions are to blame for 2 deadly crashes in I-65 in White County, just north of Lafayette.
RTV6's Tanya Spencer joining us live this morning with what she's been able to learn at that scene. Tanya?
You know, you can see some of the pictures and the fog looks really bad, but really you have no real sense of what it's like until you're out here in it. You're driving down the road. You can barely see signs until you're right on top of them. And let me show you this as an example. This store, the Shell gas station store, is just about maybe 50 yards away. You can see it fine from here because it's lit up. I just walked out of the door of that store and you could not even see our cars parked here. You couldn't see this far at all, not by a long shot. You could see nothing beyond the fog. I'm going to move around here and show you. We are just off Interstate 65 here, and traffic is moving along slowly. I've seen drivers this morning with their hazard lights on. Also seen semis all up and down I-65 just pulled over. Even some cars pulled over too at some gas stations, various gas stations and truck stops, just trying to wait out the fog. And this is why this fog has caused some deadly crashes that still have Interstate 65 shut down at this hour. We've got some video of those crashes to show you. We also have some brand new information just released from Indiana State Police at the Lafayette District. They tell us in total, all of the crashes that lined 65 north of Lafayette include 15 semis, 5 cars, and 2 vans. Several people taken to the hospital with serious injuries and 2 people killed in 2 separate crashes. The first crash involved an Acura, a passenger car. It was the driver of that Acura that was killed initially. And this happened about 10 o'clock last night, and the interstate is still shut down. So the driver of that car killed in that first crash, his front seat passenger seriously hurt, and state police in Lafayette telling us that it is, in their words, miraculous that a child in the back seat of that Acura was not hurt in that crash. Then there were multiple wrecks in that backup in the very dense fog, and the second major crash involved 6 semis, a van, and 2 cars. 1 person killed there in that second major wreck as well, and as I said, several people taken to the hospital. Just got off the phone with ISP a little bit ago, and they confirmed that both north and southbound lanes of I-65 north of Lafayette remain closed even at this hour, so hours and hours after that initial wreck. So take it slow out there if you're driving anywhere this morning. If you don't have to be out in it, it's probably best just to wait until some of this fog burns off. Reporting live in Lebanon, in Boone County this morning, Tanya Spencer, RTV6.
And Tanya, thanks for those updates. Up north of Lafayette, crews are still on the scene there, clearing all of the debris off the interstates. Again, it's shut down in both directions. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first, if you're up in Carmel, we do have traffic lights malfunctioning this morning at 131st Street and Range Line Road. Now, I noticed when I was heading out, it was difficult to see any traffic lights until you got right up to the intersection. So you want to use caution, treat that as a 4-way stop, and proceed through there at a slower speed. Now, let's head up here just north of Lafayette and White County, where we had those 2 fatal crashes reported on northbound I-65 near State Road 18. You can see the red on our map. The interstate's closed. Northbound is closed starting in Tippecanoe County. Southbound I-65 is closed up in Jasper County. Heading southbound, so we'll continue to keep you updated on that when that will reopen. But I want to give you a live look right now to show you what you can expect on the roadways. This is a live look at the thick fog down on the south side interchange between I-65 and I-465. Now, we've had our own Ann Kelly monitoring the roadways this morning in our live drive vehicle, sitting in the passenger seat. She's been tweeting out updates, posting videos on social media. She actually just got out of the live drive vehicle. And how are conditions near you right now?
Well, hey, good morning, Lauren. We've been in live drive all morning, taking a look at conditions, just jumping out right now to get a better look at this fog and this mist that's in the air as a result. Now, we're on the Marion County, Hancock County border, German Church Road in East Washington. We saw what it looked like in Lebanon. You can see the fog, an issue here as well. This dense fog advisory everywhere in our area in central Indiana. This is a parking lot, a Marsh parking lot. And we're going to move and look over here, and you can actually see the Marsh sign. That's about 100 yards in the distance. barely visible through this fog. And that's what we're seeing on the roads. Vehicles barely visible through this fog as well. Stoplights, people crossing the street. So many potential hazards because of this dense fog. And again, an advisory here in Hancock/Marion County. Again, we're on the border, and in counties throughout central Indiana. We're going to jump back in our live drive and head into the city to show you some downtown streets later on. But really, we can't say it enough. It is very foggy, and you need to be cautious on the roads. For now, reporting live this morning, Ann Kelly, RTV6.